They say you only live once, but what if the life you're living isn't even yours? Pause. You wake up in the morning not with excitement, but with exhaustion. Before your feet touch the ground, your mind is already racing. Did I reply to her message properly? Did my boss misinterpret that email? What if they don't like what I posted yesterday? You're carrying 1,000 invisible weights, but none of them belong to you. You're living for others. You're living to be accepted. You're living to not be judged. But let me ask you something. Is that really living? Or are you just surviving? Let's go back to a moment. Remember the time you wore something you loved, but someone made a comment and you never wore it again. Remember when you laughed out loud with joy, and someone told you that was too much. So you became quieter, didn't you? And remember when you cried honestly, vulnerably, and they said, "You're being too sensitive." So you buried your feelings, you toughened up. You stopped being you, and started being what the world wanted you to be. And in that process, you lost yourself. But what if I told you, the Buddha warned us about this? What if I told you this caring too much is the exact reason why we suffer? And more importantly, what if I told you that you can stop caring and finally start living? Not with coldness, not with arrogance, but with peace, with joy, with true freedom. This is not about being careless. This is about being free. Let me share a powerful Buddhist story with you. The story of the man with the bowl. One day, a young man came to the Buddha. His face was tense, his shoulders heavy, his eyes filled with stress. He bowed and said, "I do everything right. I follow the path. I help others, but I'm tired. Everyone expects so much of me. I don't know who I am anymore." The Buddha smiled gently and handed him a wooden bowl. "Fill this with water," the Buddha said. The man obeyed. He brought the bowl, now full to the brim. "Now," said the Buddha, "walk around the monastery with this bowl. But if even a single drop spills, I will send you away." The man, startled, held the bowl tightly. He walked with absolute focus, eyes on the water, feet soft on the earth, breath steady. After a long time, he returned. Not a single drop spilled. The Buddha looked into his eyes. "Did anyone judge you?" "No." "Did anyone distract you?" "No." "Why?" "Because I was focused only on the bowl." The Buddha nodded. "Your peace," he said, "is that bowl. Carry it with care, and stop caring about what's not inside it." That is the message today. Your life is yours. Your peace is yours. And yet you give it away to every comment, every opinion, every judgment. You let others walk into your mind with their dirty feet, and then wonder why your soul feels polluted. It's time to stop. Not stop loving, not stop helping, but stop clinging, stop attaching, stop basing your happiness on external approval. Because freedom doesn't come from pleasing others. It comes from understanding yourself. But why do we care so much? From childhood, we're conditioned. Be a good boy. Be a nice girl. Don't upset anyone. Keep everyone happy. And slowly, we learn to shrink ourselves. We become shapeshifters, always adjusting, always apologizing. Even our smiles become masks. But Buddha saw this pattern 2,500 years ago. He said, "You can search the entire universe for someone who deserves your love more than yourself, and you will not find that person anywhere, because that person is you." Caring too much builds a prison. Every time you base your worth on someone's opinion, you give them power over you. They say you're not smart enough, you believe it. They say you're too emotional, you shut down. They say you're weird, you hide your uniqueness. And suddenly, you're a prisoner in a cage of invisible bars. But the lock was never outside. It was always inside your mind. And the Buddha gave us the key. The key, detachment, not indifference. People often misunderstand Buddhist wisdom. They think stop caring means become heartless. No, it means care without attachment, love without control, live without seeking validation. It's the difference between holding a flower gently and squeezing it so tightly that it dies. The Buddha taught us apeka, equanimity, the art of being calm and balanced in the middle of chaos. It's not about not feeling. It's about not being controlled by feelings. Imagine this. You're in a boat, a storm is coming. If you panic and try to fight the waves, you drown. But if you sit still, anchor deep, trust the moment, you stay afloat. That's the essence of Buddhist wisdom. Let go, flow, trust. A modern Buddhist teacher once said, when you let go of what people think, you return home to yourself. And isn't that what we're all truly craving? Not applause, not likes, not 1,000 followers, but to just be ourselves again, to breathe freely, to laugh freely, to live without fear. What you truly control. Buddhism teaches us the 3 marks of existence. Anicca, impermanence. Everything changes. Today's praise, gone tomorrow. Today's criticism, forgotten next week. So why cling? Dukkha, suffering. Attachment causes pain. The more you try to control people's opinions, the more you suffer. Anatta, no self. There's no fixed you that people are judging. You are constantly evolving. So the truth is, you don't have to impress anyone, because they don't even know who you truly are, and neither do you. And that's beautiful. You're free to explore, free to change, free to just be. Let's reflect with a Zen teaching. One day, a student asked a Zen master, "How can I stop caring what people think?" The master smiled, pointed to a flowing stream and said, "Does the water stop flowing because someone says it's too loud?" The student was silent. "Flow anyway," said the master. "Flow anyway." Now pause for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes if you like. And ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's not even mine? A judgment, a memory, an expectation. Whatever it is, release it. Because your peace is worth more than their opinion. Your joy is worth more than their validation. And your freedom begins the moment you stop caring about what you cannot control. This is just the beginning. In the rest of this video, we're going to explore what Buddha really meant by detachment, the difference between loving and clinging, practical steps you can take to stop caring what others think, and the daily habits that help you live a happier, freer, more peaceful life. You don't want to miss this, because by the end of this journey, you'll remember what it feels like to live for you again. Welcome to Wisdom of Sparks. Why do we care so much? From a young age, we are conditioned to believe that our value comes from the opinions of others. Our families tell us to behave properly so that relatives approve of us. Schools reward students who conform. Society celebrates those who fit in rather than those who stand out. But Buddhism offers a radical truth. You become what you think about. When your thoughts revolve around fear of judgment, your life becomes a stage, and you forget you're the actor, not the audience. This constant desire for approval creates samsara, the cycle of suffering. Every time someone praises us, we feel good. Every time someone criticizes us, we feel crushed, and in both cases, we give away our inner power. The illusion of control, parable of the empty cup. One day, a scholar visited a Zen master to learn about inner peace. He introduced himself as a great intellectual, and the master offered tea. As the scholar kept talking, the master began pouring. The cup filled up and overflowed. "Stop, it's full," cried the scholar. The master smiled. "Exactly. Your mind is like this cup, full of opinions, attachments, and fear of being wrong. If you don't empty it, how can you receive anything new? We try to control everything, what others think, how they respond, how life unfolds. But the truth is, you can't control what happens outside. You can only control how you respond inside." What detachment really means in Buddhism. Detachment doesn't mean you stop loving people. It means you don't tie your happiness to how they treat you. You stop clinging to expectations. You love fully, but accept reality as it is. He who binds to expectations shall be dragged by disappointment. Buddhism teaches us to live like the lotus, untouched by the mud. Story of the monk who carried a girl. 2 monks were walking through a forest when they came upon a river. A young woman stood at the edge, unable to cross. One monk hesitated, as monks were not allowed to touch women. But the older monk lifted her up, carried her across, and placed her down. Hours later, the younger monk finally spoke. "You shouldn't have carried her. It goes against our vows." The older monk smiled and said, "I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" That's what we do, carry the weight of judgments. shame, and guilt long after the moment has passed. Let go, live free. Power of mindfulness, return to the present. When you stop caring what others think, something magical happens, you return to the now. The present moment is free of judgment. It's silent, peaceful, real. Mindfulness is the art of observing without reacting. When a negative thought comes, you watch it. You don't fight it, you don't follow it. You are not the storm, you are the sky. The storm will pass. Practice this daily, and you'll slowly dissolve the grip others have over your peace. Practical steps to stop caring. Let's go through 6 practical Buddhist steps that will help you stop caring about what doesn't serve your growth. 1. Observe your attachments. Sit in silence and ask, what am I attached to? Is it being liked, being admired, being right? Write them down. Awareness is the first step to freedom. 2. Realize opinions are impermanent. Today they mock you, tomorrow they admire you. People change, their opinions change. Just as a flower blooms regardless of who is watching, so must you. 3. Face criticism without collapse. If someone insults you, ask, is it true? If yes, improve. If not, let it go. Don't let someone else's ignorance become your identity. 4. Return to your Dharma. Your purpose is not to please everyone. Your purpose is to walk your path, mindfully, lovingly, and truthfully. 5. Practice metta, loving kindness. Send love to those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Hating them ties you to them. Forgiveness sets you free. 6. Set boundaries without guilt. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to walk away. You are not responsible for how others feel about your peace. Meditative exercises. Letting go breathwork. Inhale, I release the need to be perfect. Exhale, I welcome peace. Repeat for 10 breaths. Inner peace visualization. Picture a lotus blooming inside your chest. Each petal is a truth. I am enough. I am free. I am whole. Let that image stay with you throughout your day. Reflection practices. Evening journal prompt. What moment today did I care too much? Why? How can I respond with wisdom next time? Morning intention. Write, today I choose peace over approval. Make this your daily mantra. Zen story time. The sound of one hand clapping. A student asked a master, what is the sound of one hand clapping? The master struck him. The student was shocked. The master said, when you stop thinking about how others hear you, you'll hear yourself. Ryokan's empty bowl. Zen master Ryokan returned home one day to find a thief had stolen his clothes. He sat in the moonlight and whispered, I wish I could give him the moon too. Detachment is when you can smile, even when things are taken from you. The life of a lotus. The lotus blooms in muddy water, not despite the mud, but because of it. Your struggles, your pain, your rejections, they are the mud. Let them feed your growth. Let them nourish your petals. Let them make you rise. Living for yourself, spiritually, not selfishly. Self-love isn't ego. It's the foundation of all other love. When you know yourself, you stop seeking yourself in others. Buddha said, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Live your truth, even if it's silent, even if it's misunderstood, even if no one applauds. Because peace doesn't shout, it whispers, and when you stop caring about the noise, you finally hear it. Walking the Dharma path. Let go of these 5 illusions. I must be liked. I must be right. I must succeed fast. I must not fail. I must not disappoint anyone. Replace them with these truths. I must be authentic. I must be kind. I must be patient. I must learn. I must live in peace. Modern application. At work, do your best but release the outcome. Don't tie your worth to recognition. In relationships, love without expecting return. Communicate openly, but don't beg for validation. With family, honor them but don't live as their puppet. Your peace matters too. Final reflection. Close your eyes. Put your hand on your heart. Say softly, I am not here to impress. I am here to express. You were not born to perform. You were born to live. So stop caring about the whispers. Start listening to your own song. And dance,